Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to our Christmas island. This is Hollytide, which is going to be a tropical Christmas. If you can't tell by the background, which we made in the last video, and I really love how this entrance turned out. It is better than I expected it to be, so that's always good. But today we're going to be working on resident services, and including that, we are going to be doing a little villager neighborhood. It's just 2 villagers, I think that's what we're going to end up doing. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Okay, so first of all, we need to whip out our lovely terraforming tool because we do have a good amount of pathing to work on today. So it's always nice to have our little hard hat on. And the plan I have is to have the pathway go all the way this way, and then it will go back up this way, and then there'll be like a little pathway in front of resident services that will connect back down over to the pathway that we have right here. So it'll be like a big square around this little center bit. So I think we should start over at resident services actually. So let's head over that way. And hopefully our villagers do not bother us like they did in the last video. But I think I want there just to be a little bit of a kind of like a step down onto a deck. So we'll do the steps first, and then maybe just a tiny little extra little bit. So we have 2 tiles for like filler stuff, and then that will lead into like the path that goes right here, I guess. So we'll have this, and then we'll connect it over to a straight pathway that starts right here. And then this will go all the way from here, and then we'll connect this little bit to the pathway that we have next to our entrance. So lots of pathing. Let me just do that part real quick and connect these up. Oh, I made a pretty good guess at where that would be actually. So we'll bring this piece all the way up, and I think I'm just gonna make this front walkway just 2 tiles wide, so it should stop like right here, and then we'll have the bottom piece start here. So I don't think we're gonna have the three wide path everywhere. Every once in a while we'll just have like a 2 wide, and I think you won't even be able to notice that, to be honest, so I'm not too worried about it. You'll notice it now because I mentioned it, but I think it will look fine when you're like actually running around the island. And then I do want the path to continue up this way, so I don't know if I'll continue up during this video, but just as an FYI. So let me finish up some of this pathing and I'll be right back. All right, pathing is completo. So we have just this big square of path that goes around this middle part, and I don't think I explained what I was doing in this middle part. So down here I want to add 2 little villager neighborhoods, and then behind that in front of resident services I want to have a volleyball court. I've never made a volleyball court. I don't even think I've made one on the beach before, so I think this will be a lot of fun for us. But the first thing I think I want to do is just fill in this little tiny space right here. And I think I just want this area to be just like some general tropical filler, maybe with a few things that are Christmassy. So I definitely want these palm trees in front of resident services because I think that is so fun. And then I think we should be able to add a couple of hardwood trees as well, maybe like 2 apart or something. And here's the other one. I'm thinking of adding like a Christmas tree either in front of the palm tree, or I think we have things like the ornament tree. I don't know which ones I want to use though. Let me grab a couple like Christmassy items. All right, I have a bunch of fun items to try out. The first thing I think I want to look at is using a festive tree in front of the palm trees, like right here, because we could add one on both sides, and that kind of gives off a little bit of a festive look. Because I do want you to know, like right when you come to a dream address, you're going to start in the plaza and you'll see the decorations on resident services, so that's good. But when I want you to come right down here, I want you to know that it's a tropical Christmas island. So I feel like we need something Christmassy over here. So we could do the festive tree. I also grabbed the ornament tree, which I don't think I've ever used any of the ornament items before. If I'm going to be honest, they are not my favorite. This reminds me of something that I'm not going to say in video, but it's just not my favorite. Another thing we could use over here is the ornament garland. So I grabbed it in pink and blue. So we could have that here and then maybe some bushes behind here. So if we added like, let's see, just 2 bushes behind this just to fill it in a little bit more. We could do something like that. And I don't know, I want to put a code under it, but I don't know if I have any codes that would really look good under this. Oh, I guess we could do like this and this guy. Just like the broken up tiles. And then I do also have it in a blue version, but I don't know which one I like more. So we could do that. I don't think I've ever really used the ornament garland before. This is another situation where I wish you guys were here to help me. I don't think I like this. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I love that. But what would it look like if we put it in between the trees? I just feel like the trees would cut into it a little bit more. But we can still try it. I mean, that looks kind of cute. What if we do it on both sides? Did I use pink on that side or did I use the blue one? That's the pink version. We could do the ornament garland in the back and then maybe the tree in front of the tree like we have over on that side. But I think I like the pink one. The pink is just so cute. And I know a lot of people do like pink Christmas, but I feel like it's a different twist to have like a Christmas island. I think this is supposed to be the front, right? Because something like that could work, because then it's almost like the party lights in the background where you like kind of see it, but it doesn't like take away too much focus. I also have the big festive trees, so we could just use a giant tree over here in between. Yeah, I don't like the way the palm tree covers it. Okay, I think I like the little ornament garland. I couldn't remember what the name of it was, but I think I want to put some codes under it. We do have, I mean, we could use like this under it. How would this look? I don't know if that would be like too much attention to it on the ground. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna like that. We could just leave it blank. Let me put this back. Okay, and then in front we could have the bushes there. So a bush here and a bush here in front. I think that's pretty cute still. And then we could do the same thing on this side. So an azalea. And then you can't really see the ground underneath the garland, so I think that's nice. We could do something like this, and then this could either be a flower or we could put another festive tree. And I do have the white version again, so maybe we could put a white version. I don't know if I want to do this or just tropical. Okay, let's just finish off this area and see if we like it. If not, I might just change it over to be just like tropical natural filler, because I'm not 100% loving it right now, but I want to give it a shot, you know? I want to see what it looks like fully fleshed out before I start saying I don't like it. So we'll put another set of bushes and trees over here, and then I think I want to add a stunted coconut tree over here, like right on this edge. We could put a large young coconut tree, and then we could just stunt that back here so you can't really see the stuntage. The coconut trees don't do a good job at hiding the stuntage, to be honest, because they're so skinny, but I think it's fine. I'll just pretend it doesn't bother me. I could technically go back through and remove all of the stuntage before I set my dream address, but that just seems like way too much work. That just seems too much work for me. And then over here we could just put another bush in front of the tree, I guess. This is a lot of bushes, so we'll have to see how we like this. Okay, I'm gonna let this area sit for now. I might come back and completely destroy it. I don't know if I'm really loving it, but I think we should move on to the neighborhood area, or I'll just sit here and spend way too much time staring at this. So for the neighborhood, I actually want the neighborhood to be on grass. So, okay, I'm thinking one space in front of the house, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like a row of fence. So this whole area will be all grass. So let me get rid of all the sand. It's kind of annoying that I put all the sand down just to pick it up again, but that is Animal Crossing, if I've ever played Animal Crossing. All of this is now grass, so we need to plan out where we want the actual house to go. So I'm thinking not right there. Mini Kaylee is going rogue. We'll put it like right here. So this is 4 across. And then I want to leave like, well, I guess like there will be, how many tiles is this? I don't know. Let's put the other house over here in the same spot and then we can see how many tiles is in between. I didn't even do any calculation. I just figured it should fit here. So, I mean, they're good a distance apart. This is probably like 4 tiles. Like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is fine. I think that is enough room to do something in the center. So 1 house will go here and then 1 house will go here. The only issue is you can't really put any trees right here, which is a little bit of a bummer. I think I may be able to squeeze in a tree like right here if we did like a coconut tree. Maybe like a little baby coconut tree and then we can stunt it behind. It is a little weird because the path like connects right there. But I mean, you need to have that underneath a coconut tree anyway, so I can't really get around it. But we can put one on both sides and then we could probably fit in a tree in the center somewhere. Like right here could be a tree, I think. Is that far enough away from the building? I think I could put a whole hardwood tree right here. Yeah, that's 1 tile away from this. It just won't be in the center, which is a little annoying because it's a 4 wide, but I think that's fine. So which villagers do we want to go here? I was thinking of doing the 2 ostriches, so we could do Julia and Flora here. I also mentioned I want to get rid of Melba. I am probably going to switch her out for someone else, but I'm thinking we could do Flora and Julia. I also want to redo their houses. I know what Flora's house looks like, but I don't know what Julia's house looks like. But let's go customize them and then move them. This is Flora's house right now, but let me see what I want her house to look like. I'm gonna keep the same color scheme, I think. I think this is what I'm gonna do for Flora's house. I kept it like that pink and white, and then I gave her a really cute wreath. I wanted to do the ornament wreath, but I thought I picked one up, but I don't see it here. So there is the festive wreath, but I feel like that's just like too red and blue. I don't know. I like this one better for Flora, so that's what we're gonna do. And yeah, this is Flora's house. We're just gonna do the exterior today, so no interiors. So Julia's house is actually pretty cute. I think I am gonna stick to this color scheme, but just adjust it slightly for her. So I didn't do too much for her. I kept her roof and I kept like the siding of her house. I just made it a different color. And then I went with a teal door and then the snowflake wreath. I feel like that looks so good with this house. I think this looks adorable. So this is what we're gonna do for Julia's house. Okay, honestly, the more I look at this, the more I do not like this area. We're probably gonna come back and change that near the end of the video, but for now, let's go ahead and place the house down. I grabbed Flora's house first, so she'll go right here. I don't think we need to imagine it, so this is the spot. Okay, cool. Hers is now set up. Let's go ahead and time travel, and then we'll move in Julia. And obviously, we're gonna put Julia's house right here. I'm so glad we have Julia. I've never had her before, and she's so adorable. So shout out to the person that said I should have animals based on Florida on this island, because I think that's so cute. Oh, my trees did go away. I'll see if those can go back in once we time travel to get Julia's house all built in. Okay, cute. Look how adorable their houses look next to each other. Oh, and Julia wants to tell us something. Ooh, a reaction. The amazed reaction. Ooh, I do like that one for thumbnails, so thank you very much, Julia. You came in handy today. But back to the build, the first thing I want to do is add some fencing, and I think I want to add the vertical board fencing back here behind the house just to frame it off and separate it from the volleyball court that we'll have over here shortly. So we'll line this whole thing. Actually, does this line up with the other fencing? It does not. Oh, interesting. Should I have them lined up, or does it not really matter? We could move the houses back and then have these line up. I think that would be kind of cute. So Yeah, I'm gonna do all of that off screen so you don't have to watch me do that. But I do think I am gonna have these line up. So I'm gonna move everything back by, I think 2 tiles. Or do you think it's fine? Let me think about it. Okay, I decided that it doesn't truly matter if they're not aligned. Like if you walk right here, I feel like you can tell that they're off a little bit, but I don't think it really bothers me that much. So I am just gonna leave it and it'll be what it is. But I want to see if I can still plant the coconut tree here. I can't. Oh no. That was like my whole idea. Oh, I don't even have my tool out. Okay, well, we won't have the coconut trees here, which I think is fine. Oh, I want you to go away completely. We won't have the coconut trees here. We'll just have that tree in the center. But I do think maybe we can add some fake plants around this area to jazz it up a little bit. I think we'll also use some festive trees and stuff to help this area. But the first thing I want to do is try to get like a little bit of a centerpiece going over here. And what I think I want to do is add a pool in between the houses. I think this is cute, and then we can add something like right here and then have like maybe a dirt path or something underneath it, or we could do those tiles again, something back here, and then maybe in between here we use the snowflakes. So this could go next to the ooh, do I like the pink next to her house though? Is that too much pink? I think there's another variant of this. I think instead I'm gonna go with the yellow version of this just because it's a little bit different, and this house is pink and this house is blue, and I feel like it would be a little weird to have, I don't know. Does that make sense? I feel like it'd be weird to have pink on it when this house is pink. So I don't want that to be the same. And then I want to give them a little bit of a walkway to their house. So one option is to have a little log stepping plank situation. I never know what to call these things, but I think they're like little planks. So we could have these up to their house, which I think is cute. But for the pool, I'm thinking a sand path instead of the stone. So we could do a little guy like this. Okay, so I think like something like this for underneath the pool with the dirt coat is kind of cute, and then we could push this back. The issue is am I going to be able to get behind this with the pool here? I am not going to be. Can I get on this side? No. Okay, for now, let's just keep it right there. And I want to decorate back here before we move on. So I'm thinking maybe an orange Cosmo over here. And then I did grab something to go in between this. So I grabbed this puddle code, which I think is very cute. And I've never used this item before. It's an inflatable bird wing, which I think is really cute. And I grabbed it in the cute little blue version, which I think is adorable. And then back here, we'll just add some more flowers, and maybe a bush can just go right here. Perfect. And then we'll scoot this little guy over, and then it's just a cute little like backdrop. I don't love that flower though. Maybe we can change the flower out for something more colorful since the fence behind it is white. I'm thinking maybe a pink or yellow, maybe pink because we have the yellow little snowflake, so we could do maybe a pink. Actually, I still like the mom, so let's do a pink mom. And then that'll be like a little bit more color back there because I felt like the white mom was just too similar in color back there. So yeah, we're gonna change it to a pink one, and then this guy can scoot over a little bit. And then they just have a cute little pool. And then something else I was thinking of adding over here on the sides were some surfboards. So again, I'm gonna grab that same puddle code. I feel like a puddle just makes everything better, right? And then I grabbed 2 different types of surfboards. So this is just a plain white one. And then over on Julia's side, we can give her a flowery one. So again, I'm just gonna put the, or should I do a different code? I could do maybe just these little pebble stone code, and then we can put her surfboard on top of that, just so it's a little bit different, you know? I don't know if that makes too much of a difference, but I think that is cute. And then we have to figure out something over here. We could just do a little water code like we did over in the entrance. So we could just connect the little water over here. So it kind of looks like it connects to the water on the other side of this because we do have the water right there. So it kind of looks like they connect a little bit, which is a little cute. And then maybe back here we can just add some more flowers. So this situation, and then like another bush that kind of fills in that spot. And then we can do the same thing over here, but maybe make this water a little farther over. Oh, I guess that's not farther over. I guess it would have to go all the way over here. So this would be the corner, and then this would be a straight piece. And then this is the corner piece, and then another angle piece. So corner and angle. Okay, there we go. That's kind of cute. I don't know. Yeah, I'll leave it for now. And then back here, we can do another bush. And then what flower? We could do a green mum. Sure, green mum. And then I was thinking in front of the house, we could do a tree to make it more Christmassy, but I don't think I want to give her a pink tree. We do have the white tree that we could put right here. I kind of want to put a code right here though. I don't have like a whole bunch of like filler codes. Oh, I do have these flowers and things. Maybe a flower and then the little stars just to add something on the ground underneath. And then the tree goes on top of that. Pushed in. I don't like those flowers underneath actually. I'm just gonna put the tree with nothing underneath, I think. Or my other option would be to give them like a tabletop tree, but I kind of like the height of this tree right here. So I think I like that. And then for Julia, we could give Julia the pink one, because those are really the only two colored trees that we're using on this island. So I think that is kind of cute. They just have a small little area with a pool and then just some like basic decorations around the house. I am going to think about the water code because we could just put like more flowers and stuff down. But I like the addition of the water because we do have it over here as well. So I feel like it kind of fits. It just looks a little bit different because this isn't on the sand coat, like the sand path like this one is, but I think that's okay. Okay, so that whole area is now finished, so we can start working on the volleyball court, which I think is going to be a pretty easy build. The first thing I want to do is make like a little bit of a indent right here to show that you can walk into the volleyball court. So we'll have a little excerpt like this, and then I want to add a little bit of the sand pathing to it as well, just to jazz up the sand a little bit. So just the two corner pieces here. See, isn't that a little cute? And then we'll just fix these two pieces, and I am going to fix the area behind, like right in front of resident services, because I have decided I do not like that area at all, so ignore that for now. But yes, we'll have a little indent right here, and then I am thinking of another indent on both sides as well. Before I add those little things, I do want to place down the actual volleyball net just to get like a bearing of where this area is. And I want it to be smack dab in the middle. I think I need to push this all the way against the fence for both of them to fit in here actually. And then I do want two, and I want them to be next to each other. I think they can scoot in closer. Okay, they can. I mean, do you really play volleyball this close to people? Probably not. Have I ever really played volleyball in my life? Also, no. So we're just going off of vibes here. And then I think I want there to be some fence all along the sides of this. So I'm going to fence in this whole area with the rope fence. And let me say, I haven't really used the rope fence that much before, but I love it for this island. I think I did use it on my Kidcore Jungle Island, but I only used it like in a very weird spot, which to be honest, that little like standing area where I use this is not my favorite area. So if I were to go back and redo that island, which I think would be so fun to redo my first ever island, I probably would change that because I used it in the area where I had the giant pirate ship. And I like fenced it off, so you had to like jump through the pipe at a specific angle, and it was just a little weird. Okay, but I do want to have like maybe the thing right here which is like the extension of the path, and I just want it to be like a little 2 square tile dealio, so like right here, and then the path, not the path, but the fence can finish off over in this area. Beautiful. I don't really like the start of this fence right next to it, so I'm thinking of adding maybe some bushes on the corners where the fence meets like the little walkway. We also have to do this on the other side. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 prongs. I think that is where this other little jut out part is. Hopefully they're symmetrical. I can check in a second, but I want there to be another jut out on this side. And then again, I think I want there to be a bush over here. And on the other side, I'm actually thinking a coconut tree to add some height and more coconuts. So let's do that on the other side as well. In goes our coconut tree, and then right here is another bush. And I'm just going to use the same bush for all of these. I don't really care that much. Yeah, that's kind of cute. And I feel like the trees add like a nice height and like coverage to this area that we didn't really have before. And then similar to what we did at like the front entrance of this area, I am just going to add a little bit of that sand path on the side of this. And then I do have to fix these little corner bits too. That is fixed. So the next area I want to move to is over here. And I want to add like a little sitting area, but I think it would be cute to have some codes underneath just because this area is like a lot of like blank sand. It kind of like looks a little open, so if we can add small little things to these areas, that would be cute. But I do have some log benches, and I grabbed them in the same variant as we do have the log stakes. Like over here we have like bleach wood. I don't know what it's actually called, but this like light tan color, I feel like that's the most fitting. And then I want to do the same thing on this side, so we'll add down those same codes. And then I grabbed a cute couple items to go on top of them. I still want you to be able to sit on them when you come, but I think it's cute to have like an item next to it. So for over here, I grabbed a protein shaker bottle little thing, so maybe you're drinking some protein and then working out a little bit. And then to go with that, I grabbed a little protein shake that you can actually pick up when you come visit the island, because I love when I walk around people's islands and they have adorable little things for you to hold and interact with. So I think that is cute. And then just a bottle of water so you can stay hydrated. And then over here is where you go if you get injured, because I feel like volleyball is kind of intense. You're like flying all over the place. So maybe you cut your like finger on a shell or something, and then you need a band-aid, so you can come over here and fix that up and then start playing again. And then of course, if you have like a sports area that includes balls, which a little questionable sounding, I feel like you definitely need to use the ball catcher item. I also was thinking about the item that has like the scores on it. I need to look that up because I don't have that item. But the ball catcher, I think this is such a cute item. And I feel like it fits perfectly in this area, so we can have that here. And then I should also have a single ball. I do, so we can push that, maybe have this off by a tile. No, I kind of like where that is. Maybe we'll push this up a little bit so you can see it a little bit more. And then honestly, like right here, I feel like we could have a baby tree, and then we'll just stunt that back here and you can't really see it. And then speaking of the volleyballs, we can add some out here so you can bounce them when you come visit the island. And then probably one over on this side as well, like over here. So I don't know, they're not next to each other, but each side has their own volleyball to play with. And then I guess over here we could add another tree to kind of like mimic that side, but maybe a little bit of a larger one. There we go. And we can just stunt that over here. I think this is super cute. I feel like we could add a couple weeds in maybe. I don't want to clutter it up too much, but weeds are a nice little filler that you can like walk on top of. I don't want them to be the same though. I'll probably also have to come back and pick them up like throughout the time because they'll like overgrow and stuff. But for now, we can just have a few single weeds. I do really like the summer weeds too, so. But I don't like when they're the same weed. It drives me crazy. Please. Okay. Well, maybe if I can change this weed out. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so here's just like the little volleyball court, which I think is really, well, it's not really a court. It's a volleyball area. And I think this is so fun to be right outside of resident services. And then we have the neighborhood in front of that too. I was thinking of you being able to go through this area, but I kind of like having them separated a little bit. I think that's pretty cute. And then I do want to change up this area. I think I am going to keep the trees there, but I want to take out the garland because I do not like that item. So instead, we can put some more bushes and trees and stuff. So let's add a Cosmo and then a bush. That's not where I wanted the bush to go. Right here can be a flower. So let's do an orange lily. I really like the orange lilies actually. I used to be obsessed with drawing lilies when I was younger because I really liked drawing. And for some reason, my fascination really stuck with a bunch of, I'm going to change this bush out too. I love drawing flowers, especially lilies. I felt like those were so fun to draw. So I used to draw those all the time. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So switch all of this out for some filler items. I could use like wheat fields and stuff, but I'm just going to keep it simple and stick to the bushes and just simple decor, you know? It is kind of weird not using the pink flowers though, because I don't want them to look, I don't know, because we have the pink tree, I don't want to like duplicate it too much. So I think this side is fine, and then this can be a teal, sure. Yeah, I'm vibing a lot more with this setup rather than the ornament thing. I didn't like that too much. This is cuter though. I might still think about changing out the trees, but for now, I think it's fine. So I think that's all we're gonna do. I'm not gonna really worry about this area right now. I'll probably leave, honestly, this probably till like the end of this island. But for now, we just did the front of resident services. So let's go ahead and get some glamour shots done and see how this is all coming together. But friends, that is going to be the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. Before you leave, make sure you give the video a like, comment, and to subscribe to the channel. It would mean so much to me. And I will see all of you fine folks in the next one. I don't know what the next video is going to be yet, but you'll see it when you're there. So I will see all of y'all there. All right, bye friends.